Hi guys, this is Travis here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use an interval meter. I got one here by Meyin. The code is TW-830. So that's the one I have. This one I've been using for a while, so that's the sound you get from it. Okay, basically it's a shutter release for a camera. So if your camera doesn't have an inbuilt interval meter, then you need one of these. This one connect to your remote in your camera. Okay, so let me show you my camera. This camera, the G7, which I had a long time, about 3 or 4 years ago, it has built-in interval meter already. So I only so there's a remote there, the one right there. Okay, so I don't need to use this. Okay, but before I had this camera, I actually have a G7 Panasonic G5. Sorry, Panasonic G5, and I need to use this to do time-lapse photography. Yeah, so I know how to use an interval meter. Okay, now, so how do you set your interval? Okay, so first of all, you're gonna determine like what's the length of your video clip. So with this, for example, usually I shoot around 8 to 10 seconds, and I use 25 frames per second. So 8 times 25, let's see, it's 200 frames. So I'll estimate in here, because in this interval meter, you actually can't set how many shots you're gonna take, but in my camera I can do that. So what I do is I'll set like five. Usually depends on your subject. Normally 5 seconds per shot is very sufficient for me anyway. So usually clouds is perfect. So you shot every 5 seconds, you take a photo. Okay, you set the camera to take the photo for you. You don't take the photo yourself. So basically you set it. Okay, so that. So I put it like set 5 seconds. You can see that. Okay, then you press start. Wait, let me set it wrong there. I put it set for 5 seconds. Okay, then you haven't used this for a long time. Hey, so I don't know. Yeah, anyway, but this is what I use. Read the instruction. If you get one of these, I've been using for. I actually have two. Yeah, two. Okay. Usually before I use, I put the battery in. Okay, usually I take out one battery because it does have a automatic turn off button. So I take one battery out, and every time I use, I just put battery back in, so it doesn't drain the battery. Yeah, so this basically has if you zoom into long exposure as well, so you have both. So single frame like that, single frame. If conservative, so you take 3 shots in a row, or depends how many shots you want to take. take 3 shot in a row if you do like what's it called, HDR photography. So you let the camera take 5 shots in a row or 3 shots depending on your camera setting or you set in here. And there's bulb. Okay. Bulb is when you let the camera shot as much as you want. Usually when you do this, the bulb is when you do night photography, long exposure, and fireworks. So you just set it, and it's let the camera open up the sensor and take photo for longer, like in normal time. Usually the standard camera is like take like with time lapse or in cinema photography. They use 24 frames per second. So usually that's what the film industry, okay, what they call the cinematic kind of like look that you get is 24 frames per second. That's called the history of how they make like 24 frames is another story. But that's the least amount of film that they use to do a movement, a sequence. So when you watch older movie on cinema like that, it's actually 24 frames per second. That's the standard, okay? Or 23.98 in America. So it's an odd number there. It's called the so I'll give you an exercise, okay? Now, if you're gonna take 15 seconds of footage at 4 seconds interval, how long it could take you to do that footage? Okay, do the math now. I'll leave a description here. Okay. Got it? Yeah, that's the math, complicated math you're gonna do. So usually you have your front of view, right? You work it out. So it's not that complicated. But usually what I do, I try to work with round number. So I live in Sydney, Australia. So we use PAL. PAL is 25 frames per second. So that's what I use. So it's easy for me. So if I want 10 seconds, let's see, that's 25 frames, 25 shots, 250 shots. I mean, that I need to do a 10 seconds. So let's make it easier for me. So I'll use 25. And yeah, it depends on what your subject is as well. So for example, if I do clouds, as I told you before, and it's really moving really fast, right? There's the wind blowing everywhere. I use 3 seconds to capture that moment. For people as well, 3 seconds. Traffic, 3 seconds is good. But it depends on your subject as well. So if you photograph plant growing or flower blooming, hey, you could take like 1 shot every hour. So in a 24-hour period, you only have like, if you use 25 frames per second, okay, you only have like 1 second per day. So it depends how long the flower bloom or the plant grow up, right? And that's the most epic kind of like time-lapse photography, which I haven't tried myself, but I love to do one day. Okay, I'm more instant gratification, instant noodles kind of like guy. So I want to eat pizza straight away. I want to eat something straight away. So that's why I don't have the patience to do that kind of photography, time-lapse photography. But if you've seen it around, oh my god, dramatic. So that's how I'm hooked. We all hooked in this kind of like photography, right? So yeah, so So that's for today's tutorial. Please leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. So for the next tutorial, hopefully I try and do this every day, upload it to YouTube every day, because my channel is really new, so I need your help, obviously. Okay, all right, this is Travis here. I'll see you next time. Bye.